J.Cole finally unleashed the fall-off. Hip-hop didn't just react. It froze. Timelines stalled. Group chats went silent. Play buttons got abused. And sources close to the rollout say this wasn't just another album drop. This was Cole closing a chapter he's been writing since day one. After almost a decade of build-up, false starts, whispers, and theories, the project fans were half convinced would never materialize is suddenly real. And before anyone even finishes their second listen, one thing is already obvious. Nothing about Cole's career or the rap conversation around him will ever be the same again. So get ready, because this isn't just about whether the album is good or bad. This is about legacy, pressure, ego, vulnerability, and one of the most audacious moves a superstar rapper has made in years. Industry insiders have been counting the days, literally. Nearly 2,900 days passed between the moment Cole first planted the seed of the fall-off and the second it finally hit streaming platforms. That's almost 10 years of speculation, fan theories, fake track lists, and this might be the last one, rumors. And in a streaming era where albums vanish from the conversation within weeks, this one did the unthinkable. It stopped time. Within an hour of release, it dominated trending pages, music forums, and social feeds. Even casual listeners, the ones who don't really check for Cole like that, suddenly had opinions. Why? Because this wasn't framed as just another project. From a jump, Cole positioned the fall off like a final exam. Maybe not a retirement letter, but definitely a resume review. Add in the aftermath of the 2024 rap wars, the public apology, and the shifting power dynamics between him, Kendrick Lamar, and Drake, and the pressure became suffocating. Sources say Cole knew exactly what he was walking into, and instead of running from the moment, he leaned all the way in. One thing that becomes clear fast: the fall-off wasn't designed to please algorithms or trend-chasing playlists. This was personal, almost stubbornly so. Throughout the project, Cole digs deep into hip-hop's DNA. There are deliberate callbacks that feel less like nostalgia bait and more like love letters. One track flips the emotional spirit of Common's "I Used to Love Her," reframing it through Cole's own complicated relationship with rap. Another leans heavily into the cadence and energy of DMX, not as parody, but as reverence, to the point where some listeners swear it sounds like X's voice was lifted straight from the archives. Then there's the subtle nod to Outkast, woven into the fabric of the project like a quiet reminder of what Southern rap once meant, and still can. Even the album artwork tells a story. The front cover? A photo Cole took as a teenager. The back? A wall of posters honoring the artists who raised him. Sources say this wasn't aesthetic nostalgia. It was intentional framing. Cole wasn't chasing relevance. He was documenting roots. Here's where things get cinematic. The fall-off isn't just long. It's structured like a film with two timelines. Disc 1 places Cole at age 29, back in 2014, hungry, ambitious, obsessed with proving himself. Disc 2 jumps to age 39, post-beef, post-apology, reflective and raw. Industry folks have compared the structure to a Quentin Tarantino script. Non-linear, bold, and risky. And Cole commits fully. The younger version of himself is chasing dominance, dreaming of being that guy. The older version is reckoning with what that pursuit cost him. That commitment extends to features too. Remember when fans found out Cole almost had Future on 2014 Forest Hills Drive? But it never happened? On the fall off, Cole doubles back and makes it right twice. One collaboration feels like a time capsule from early 2010s Future, smooth and melodic. Another rides an elegant, Alchemist-produced beat, proving that patience sometimes makes the payoff sweeter. Speaking of which, yes, the Alchemist is involved. And yes, it matters. The first half of the album feels like Cole re-entering his own origin story. From a cinematic opener, complete with a sample that reportedly cost a small fortune to clear, to tracks packed with relentless bars, Disc 1 is about proving something. There's a moment where Cole raps with a level of aggression fans haven't heard from him in years. Over a beat inspired by Mobb Deep's grimy energy, he sounds furious, focused, and unbothered by restraint. Then the beat switches, and somehow he gets even sharper. Another standout leans into internal conflict, pairing a soul-heavy instrumental with lyrics that feel like a man arguing with himself in real time. Listeners caught subtle ad-libs from West Side Gun, a blink and you'll miss it detail that added texture and sparked debates online. This half of the album feels designed to meet fan expectations head-on. Big beats, big bars, big moments. But just when listeners think they've figured out the formula, Cole pivots. Around the midpoint, the album takes a left turn, and not everyone followed. Cole experiments more than he ever has, leaning into melody, singing, and unconventional song structures. One track in particular became an instant lightning rod. Heavily auto-tuned, guitar-driven, and emotionally exposed, it sparked memes, think pieces, and heated arguments. Some listeners called it unlistenable. Others found it hypnotic. Sources close to the sessions say Cole knew this would be divisive and accepted it anyway. The goal wasn't perfection. It was honesty, and that honesty made people uncomfortable. In a genre where rappers often play it safe at the peak of their careers, Cole took a massive swing on the album that mattered most. Whether that gamble pays off long-term is still an open question, but nobody can accuse him of coasting. Disc 2 opens with urgency. Cole sounds sharper, more focused, and technically locked in. The flows are tighter. The writing is denser. It's clear this material was shaped by real-world fallout. The title track, which doubles as a thesis statement, feels like a warning and a confession rolled into one. And when Erykah Badu appears early in the sequence, it signals that this half of the album is about reflection, not flexing. But then comes the most controversial stretch, a run of songs centered on love, marriage, and long-term partnership. The production turns warmer. The melodies get brighter. And some fans checked out. There's even a collaboration with Burna Boy, which expanded Cole's sonic palette, but further fueled debate about whether he was doing too much. And just when listeners think the album has shown all its cards, Cole drops the moment that changed everything. Near the end of Disc 2, Cole delivers a track that had people staring at their screens in disbelief. He raps from the perspectives of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious Big, imagining a conversation where the two legends reconcile, apologize, and reflect on their feud. For some listeners, it crossed a line. For others, it was daring, emotional, and unforgettable. And insiders believe the song isn't just about Pac and Big. It's a mirror held up to modern rap rivalries. Many suspect Cole originally wanted to address Kendrick and Drake directly, but opted for allegory instead. Too soon, too messy, too explosive otherwise. Love it or hate it, the track is impossible to ignore, and likely one of the most discussed moments of the album for years to come. Amid all the noise, one song has quietly emerged as a favorite among die-hard fans and critics alike. It's a slice-of-life story, Cole at his most natural. The track recounts a real encounter with a fan, an unplanned moment that reminded him why his music matters. No gimmicks, no grand statements, just honesty over lush production, accented by a haunting violin that builds emotional weight with every bar. This is Cole at his purest. Storytelling, empathy, reflection. And for many, it's the emotional core of the entire album. Whether listeners adore or despise the fall off, one thing is undeniable. It changed the conversation. This isn't background music. It demands engagement. The album is sprawling, messy, ambitious, and deeply personal. Everything modern rap albums often avoid. And in doing so, Cole reclaimed full ownership of his narrative. This wasn't about proving he's the best rapper alive. It was about making the album he wanted on his terms before the window closed. Hip-hop doesn't get many world-stopping moments anymore. Attention is fractured. Trends move fast. But the fall-off cut through all of that. It represents the climax of a career built slowly, deliberately, and with intention. And regardless of where Cole goes from here, or if he even goes anywhere at all, this moment will stand alone. So now the question shifts to you. Did the fall-off live up to the hype? Did the risks pay off? Or did Cole go too far? Which disc hit harder? Which song won't leave your rotation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications.